And greetings everybody, welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with myself. Yes, here we are, Group Manor. Thank you very much for your very warm welcomes in the last video. I haven't been gone like too long in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, I appreciate just upping and vanishing is is quite fun, just disappearing. No, I'm joking, of course. But yeah, thank you for all your support in the last one. I mean, I'm still a touch under the weather, but it's nothing I can't just deal with. It's all good to me. See, I've noticed a few of my lights are not working, and I'm not sure if it's one of my generators that's doing the issue. But I'll check it out later. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to be diversifying the portfolio, as it were, so you will be seeing some other videos that aren't Fallout very soon. The Project Zomboid one just fell to the wayside, which was fantastic. Another idea I had for a series to put up, because I am a storyteller at heart, and I say recently, I've been to it for a while, but only recently started going regularly, is D&D. Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know. And yeah, I could genuinely write a campaign for a Dungeons and Dragons session, and I could make it maybe Fallout themed and do it over Discord for those of you interested. So if you guys would be interested in doing that, maybe I could do a D&D with followers. Or D&D with subscribers, followers, you get the idea. So yeah, if you want that, please drop that in the comments, because I could quite easily write a Fallout, Minutemen, Charles O'Banion themed thing here. And you could even play in this particular world. I could write a scenario based on this world. So that'd be quite interesting. But other than that, we have got a garden to build. Now, this garden is very uneven. Oh, hello. Lag. Nice. So yeah, this garden is very uneven. It's got a lot of contours to deal with, but it's not going to be impossible. But I did want this lower tier garden, purely because it looked good. So we're going to finish this garden off in this episode. And hey guys, we're like 4 episodes off the settlement tour guide. I got big ambitions to edit that guide video. Like I've got all the ideas flowing around my head. I just have to put them on paper or into video, however you want to put it. How did I know I would put that slightly off center? Ah, of course, because I used a small piece. Yes, I did. There you go. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just grass up whatever I can find here, just to get an idea of what parts of the contours are going to be showing, and we can plan around it that way. So again, tell me how you guys are doing. It's been another day. It's definitely going to be one of those weeks. You know, one of those weeks where maybe you're on your way to work, maybe you've just got to work, or maybe you haven't even managed to get in the car or on the train yet, or however you get to work, and just something happens which makes you frown and go, it's going to be one of those days today, isn't it? You know, where just things will go wrong. You know, just something is going to go wrong, or everything is going to go wrong, but you can't tell how yet. It's been one of those weeks for me. In fact, it's arguably one of those months. I mean, I managed to pick up probably a dose of the flu bug that's going around or whatever, which is I'm obviously ill with at the moment. I managed to pick that up off my partner, who was really, really nice and was really sorry about infecting me, despite the fact that I was like, "Oh, leave it alone. I'm only looking after you." She went and got me a care package full of coffee pods and, you know, things to keep me hydrated and energized. I thought that was so sweet of her. She feels really bad about infecting me, but I'm like, I'll be quiet. You do it for me. Bless her. So, yeah, so I managed to get ill. I pick up the phone, my first phone call of the day. And it's somebody making a really harsh complaint that I now have to deal with. And as I'm hanging up on this first phone call of the day, I'm looking at the people around me like, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? It's going to be a day where every fucking thing goes wrong. And so far, it hasn't disappointed me. So it's going to be interesting to see how this week pans out. So I decided to take some much needed vacation time. Not to mention we're making some changes in the business at the moment, which are, well, let's just say they're going to affect the workload. If you live in the UK, you know what I mean. Like I work in financial services, everybody knows, and the mortgage rates, so the interest for what people would pay on their home loans, well, they're all going up quite substantially. So for all the people who can't get a mortgage that way, they'll come to us. No, I'm not a loan shark, before you ask. Oh, I'm sure loan sharks are probably doing some great business at the moment. So here I'm just blending this. But yeah, if you don't live under a rock, you know things are looking pretty downwards here in the UK for things like mortgage rates and all that. So it's going to be a fun little event to see what happens. Not particularly optimistic, some of us. I'm going to put that in there and then separate the garden again this way, because I'm sure I can blend it. That's it. Yeah, because this is where the balcony is going to come down. And I could have another room under this balcony, I honestly could. Just not sure quite what that's going to look like. We do have inside staircases, don't we? Yes, we do. Ooh, okay. But I don't have single staircases. But I do have internal corners. That's an external. That's an internal. Thank you. Right now, I'm literally improvising, so don't judge me. So I mean, there could be another storage bay here, but that would probably involve messing around with this rock face, which is a very large rock face, and it's probably one of the few things that I'm not willing to move. Yeah, I'm really not willing to move that rock face. Just because the size of it, I'm going to have to put so many bits of rock down, and I do not have the concrete for it. I just don't have the concrete. So instead, I think if I go through the landscaping, sidewalks, and let's go with the full blocks again. So look at this. This herein lies the problem of why I get so pissed off with snapping. It's snapping to every bit except where I want it to, which annoys me so much. But then again, as I say every time, it isn't a rebuilding the Commonwealth video. unless there's a little bit of rage over the snapping. I think where I used to build much simpler constructions and much simpler builds, there probably wasn't enough to get angry about because the stuff I build was so easy to do. But since I've gotten more experienced over the last couple of years, the builds have gotten slightly more complicated, they're a bit more fiddly, and the snapping at that point starts to become more of a hindrance than it does a help. So let's have a look. I mean, I could make this into like a little seating area, and I could expand the rock face to cover the inside here, but I don't think that's going to look particularly good. So let's go to Snap and Build, Shell Kit. I believe it is the Shell Kit. And then is it the church? The church pieces? I think the church is just brick, so I don't think it's in that. Let's just give any idea of what it is. Ah, Deco Main A, so it's going to be under Deco Kits. That's the Deco Kit I'm looking for. Deco Main A. Aha, church stone. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I could just simply put these walls under here, but I don't think that adds the refinement of class that I'm looking for. I'm sure there is one piece that I was thinking of. I reckon these archways will look good. Yeah, the issue I have is it's not going to snap to... I don't think it's going to snap to the sidewalk pieces. No, it doesn't. That's going to be a bit of a pain. Okay, so let's snap it to the balcony. Then snap this to the balcony as well, in the same manner, so that a bit of the concrete pokes through. Okay, so I don't want to mess with it, but I also don't want to delete it. So if I quick save and just budge this back by a few units, how much does this fuck up the terrain? So if I just budge that back a little bit so it doesn't look out of place. Okay, this puts a little bit up here. I can fuck with this balcony to sort that out. It puts a tiny bit of rock into the lobby. Again, not a big deal. I can sort that out. What about down this end? Okay, good. So I've pushed it back a few units, but I haven't broken it, which is the idea. Now let's put the same thing again on this side. It was right here. Now, I kind of like this this archway look. Oh shit! Concrete. All right. I have a general store in the settlement, and I think the general store does sell shipments of concrete, which should plug the gap for a few moments. General store is out the back. No, that's a bar. Weapons, clothing. I could have swore I put a general store in. It's not in here, is it? Oh.
Excuse me.
You want to do some trading?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Here's what I've got.
Yes, right here. So junk. Shipments of concrete. Here we go. Relatively inexpensive. Excellent. Now if I stock those away, that means I should now have the concrete I need to continue. I never thought I would run out of concrete. I really didn't. But alas, times are changing. Okay, now we put the inserts into the archways here. That's it. And then we put in one final one on this end. Those things are expensive when it comes to concrete. Damn. Fantastic. Now some last bits of landscaping. We'll use the full-size bits right here. That looks kind of ugly. But then again, this will be tidied up in the near future, so again, not too worried about that. Not too worried at all. Excuse me. Great, so that just needs probably a few decorations just to make that a little bit more flush, but it looks quite grandiose. Definitely need some light to break up the really foreboding old church effect. I like this church stone, but I think the living quarters on the second floor, maybe the third as well, probably need a bit of variation. Not to mention we're going to have a flying room, as it were, which stretches off the police building, because I can't have like 7 cops in one room like that. I mean, granted, it's the wasteland, but my guys need to be treated a bit more humanely than that. So let's put in the grass and finish this off. At least the foundation of this little park. This is where I find out it doesn't snap or build on the very edge. Okay, that one does. That one does. Fantastic. I mean, I'm going to place them anyway, but I think some of these probably won't work. Okay, good. They don't stick through either, which is great news. All of this has been done. The edge there has been blended. I think the blending looks pretty fine, which is nice. Just for the sake of a slightly nicer finish, I'm going to put in these and break the path up. There we are. Excellent. Now landscaping. No, it's not in there, it's in Homemaker. Under decorations we have landscaping. And we can actually get proper Commonwealth trees. And then we can get the living ones that weren't destroyed by nuclear fire. And I think a few of the nice thin ones in here will show that we are genuinely and literally rebuilding the Commonwealth. Nice, great big maple tree down here. Probably isn't a bad shout. Because I want to add a nice little bit of colour. I want this area down here to be a really enjoyable area to come and spend your time. Like, this is the most public part of the rich house. So it stands to reason you'd want to enjoy coming down here. So having these kind of autumn-like trees gives it a nice little appearance. Some foliage. Some ferns round the bases of the trees. Some living ferns, that is, not the radiated ones. These shrubs will be a nice finish too. So I'm going to place these along the edges of the path here. So you can come and sit down over here somewhere. Just relax and enjoy the breeze. That's it. Excellent. And I will put maybe a couple of street lights down here as well to make it inviting even in the night time. Shrubs. Just some low down ones, so you know you don't have to climb through them or anything like that. Definitely not like the giant shrubs that I built the castle to hide that disgusting pile of rubble in the corner. My god, that was an eyesore, and there wasn't really much I could do about that either. That was the bummer about that one. Some rose bushes. These add a lovely bit of colour. Put in some flowers of some different colours. If they're a little bit concealed, doesn't matter too much. Plus a good use for my fertiliser, not that I think I will ever run out of fertiliser throughout the whole of this playthrough. Especially as half of the trash that I did delete in my settlements will give me fertiliser. You know, like piles of leaves and all that jazz. I feel like this needs a little bit of colour. So where we can't put grass, maybe a few different styles of rose bushes. Maybe we've put a few shrubs down here just to try and reseed the corner. Maybe the garden's a work in progress. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had one of the most violent sneezes that I've ever had. My god, you can tell I'm not feeling too well. Still fine enough to build the Commonwealth, though. Don't get me wrong. Right. Now, just thinking what's missing. Even if you haven't got a plan, like I don't, I never have a plan, because why would I? Sometimes just taking a step back from your build and just having a look at it will make you just realise what's missing. That's the question you should ask yourself. You know, what's missing? What is not in my build that my build could really benefit from? Maybe I should contact some YouTubers and have some building contests with them. Collaboration. Get the collaboration going. Oh, who knows? Maybe building all this will be my full-time job one day. I'd be a very happy man if it was. Okay. Now, I think under these decorations there is supposed to be like special effects like this. Now, do we have like water? Spraying water? I'm pretty sure we do. I'm pretty sure there is some spraying water. But it's going to be tucked away in some far off crap that is, I'm pretty sure. It might be something I have to find off camera. But yeah, like ponds, I'm pretty sure there is an effect like fountain water, that kind of stuff. And I know it's in something. It's not in offices and stores, is it? No, it's not. It's definitely not in G2M, I can tell you that for nothing. Settlement markers. Ah, so we've got bubbles, small mist, large mist, and dirt plots and foundations. So well, let's put in some bubbles though, because you know, if it's got bubbles it means we're aerating it. So the water will stay relatively fresh. Just gives it a little bit of light, a little bit of substance to it. Nice. I mean, even in the dark, this doesn't look too bad at all. Again, we'll need to do something in this little compartment underneath the rich house. And we need something over here. So I say let's put some lights in to begin with. I think these street lights look a little bit smarter for the garden. Those giant electric ones are like proper road lights, and I just don't think they work. But these are a bit more compact, they're a little bit smarter, they look a little bit more warming and friendly. A couple of these at the bottom of the stairs. And I think we're probably missing one right here just to light up the T-junction. I reckon having a few of these out the front on the roadway is also a good idea. Oh, doesn't that look inviting? Does that not look inviting? Like, you're coming into some proper nobility right here. These mix and matches of walls are going to annoy me though, so I'm going to have to do something about that. I'll have to do something about that at some stage. Okay, so this street light, go here. Put one right at the end of this path would make sense. And this roadway out here is too dark for my taste. So let's put a few of these outside. There we go. So you're heading up towards, well, heading down towards the rich house, I should say. You've got a really nice vista at the front of the commercial, and then you can come nice and easily through the public garden here. These hedges look so jank. They need a bit of correction. That looks okay. I mean, that looks kind of okay, but I think that just needs a little bit of tweaking. That's better. Yeah, that doesn't look quite as ridiculous as it used to. Excellent. So you come down into the public garden here, then you come up into the rich house. As soon as you're on here, you're on rich people's property. You don't fuck with rich people's property. You don't touch rich people's property. Right. Now, under the landscaping, think, yeah, the retaining wall has these little fences. Just the little ones. It's almost like they're built to stop people from falling off. Ooh, these need concrete. Wonder how many of these I'm going to get built before I run out. I was going to say, how many posts do I have? Uh-oh. It's doing it again, where it snaps to everything except the bit I actually want to build on. God, I hate snapping. So I just want it to snap this way. That's the only way, and it will do there, it will do down here, it will do closest to me and furthest away from me, but it will not, for the fucking life of it, do it this way. Do I have to rotate that post to do it? Perhaps? Maybe this way? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I'm almost tempted to do this just to prove a fucking point. Now it's just teasing me. It's literally flicking through the one bit I need. Oh. Yes! Oh, why does it have to be so painful? That is fine. We can just move that to here. Oh, why do I have to wrestle with this game to do my building? It's hilarious. Oh, I just had it. No. Yes. There you go. Come on. Yeah, no, it's not going to be there. It's going to be here. Okay, this is going to have to be fucked around with manually. Let's say if I ever get to the point of being popular enough to sell merchandise, I'm getting a shirt that says, "I'll fucking do it manually." That is like a catchphrase for rebuilding the Commonwealth at this stage. Ha! I think this railing looks quite neutral, quite residential. The big cast iron ones I have out there they're a lot more formal. They're more of an exterior fence, whereas this is more an interior one. So I think this is a lot more friendly. Excellent. Now, homemaker furniture. Benches. Do we have any nice benches to put out here? I think I only spotted one, which was this. And those are stadium benches. Luckily for us, we have these. Is that literally the only bench we have in the standard set? That is the stadium bench again. Okay, so we only have stadium benches and the standard vanilla ones. Well, I think the vanilla ones are better, at least for this purpose. Now, this over here can be a nice little place to to meet up with people, to, you know, enjoy yourself, maybe enjoy the views. So I'm going to put a couple of these down. There you go. Excellent. I also think, it might sound strange, but I think the rubber mats out here, just to make the area a little bit nicer to walk along. I think the smaller ones here will do. Wow, I'm nearly out of rubber as well. This build has been expensive. It has been dead expensive. Might have to do a few episodes where I'm just loot running and doing a few things. I do, after all, have to pick up Volt 87. Yeah. Potted plants will do. Ugh, wonderful. And I think there is a bin. And do we have a barbecue? I do think there is a grill of some kind. A barbecue, a grill. Yes, here we go. There's a grill here. So let's put down a couple of these grills. The caravan's Brahmin is really starting to annoy me. So let's go and sleep or rest or just do something to move them along. Also, again, I noticed that my power is on, but none of the neons are on. And a lot of the lights that I've already set up, I mean, they're still lighting the place, don't get me wrong, but they're switched off. This one I actually had to put back into the workshop and then put out again for it to light back up. So I don't know what's going on, but despite the fact this has a healthy supply of power, my neons are not switching on anymore. And some of my older lights are not really doing their jobs. Like these. Pretty sure these are supposed to be brighter. These aren't even on anymore. These should definitely be on, but they're not. So some of these are not doing their job anymore. Oh, that's not a homemaker light. That's a homemaker light. Oh my god, that is very bright. There is one that is not that bright, I think. I think it's this one. No, it's the second one along. That's it, yellow lights. So yeah, I don't understand what's going on. I've tried quite a lot of fixes. None of them seem to have worked so far. So I don't know what's going on. This is actually the first time I've had this issue with the lights not switching on. I'm thinking, do I just get a different pylon and just try that? So, for example, do I just screw the generators here? Hang on a second. Why are these all working? I've literally just unplugged the whole settlement. Why are these working? Oh, okay, these ones are built into the terrain. That's fine. For a moment I thought I had a phantom circuit somewhere. Okay, so let's just say I put one of these down. I have the materials for it. I mean, I'm probably going to power this with a fusion anyway, so let me just put one down. This is only temporary, by the way. Okay, so that light's come on. Hey, everything's working. So it must have been something to do with the generators not working. That is so strange. I've never seen an issue like that. Oh well. This is Fallout 4 we're talking about. It wouldn't surprise me. Right, gardens. Where was I? Alright, so furniture. I think there should be some more of these. Just a few of them around the pond. I'm going to place them very slightly off the path just to give some more walking space. Just on this side. I'm going to put one on this side. And I'm going to place one. Actually, no, that's too close to this lot. So we'll just leave it like that. 3 benches. And we're going to need to decorate this garden. Now, I think, given that the outside wasteland here is, well, to put it nice as possible way, it's fucked up. It's nobody really wants to be looking at the wasteland, and the people here know that. They're like, oh, this wasteland is, it's beyond me. I don't care about this. Which, fair enough. I get that. You've paid good money to be here. So if you're out in the garden, why not have a tall enough hedge to block out? Ooh. Not quite that tall. Let's have a privet hedge. Wow, that is obnoxiously big. If only I could scale it like on a certain axis, that'd be fun. Also, what I don't like about that is this motion blur. Some items have that and some don't. That just happens to be one of the ones that do. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll compromise with the residents here and we will place a small privet hedge. There, that's it. I mean, it's not going to be needed over the small garden because you're lower down, so you're not really going to see it anyway. That is good. There we go. So that way, if you're sat here, you don't have to see as much of the wasteland. You don't have to look out and see all these fucked up rocks and all that. At least you can have a look at the buildings in the darkness. Maybe we'll light these up as time goes on. So if you're rich, you get the privilege of not having to look at bombed out buildings, with the exception of this one, because it's outside the range. I'm not knocking down this building, because you've got to compromise, right? You have to compromise. Great, so we've got this little fence to divide. And I think we're going to need a few living trees. So I'll tell you what. Let's place a few of these living trees in the shrubs. I know what you're thinking. Don't say it. Do not say it. Don't say it. Oh, God. So we're going to place a few of these. I mean, hey, it could be worse. I could place I could end up placing a few of these underneath them. I don't know why I find that funny. It's not even my style of humour. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm so immature sometimes. Oh, don't put that. Don't put that there. Let's place a couple of these rose bushes. Just add a little bit of colour. And we'll add a few more around here. Just to perk the place up a little bit. Of course, I will continue this along when I actually get to building the other side of the garden. Just put a little bit of grass either side, just to add a little bit of flavour to that. Oh, these shrubs. I think these would look good on the corners of this beautiful fountain. I'm almost tempted to fence the fountain off, but if I put fences along here, it's going to make the path feel a little bit claustrophobic. So I might put the fence on the inside. I don't know how well that's going to snap though, and I'm not sure I actually have enough concrete for it. So just had to send that message. So retaining walls, miscellaneous. Yeah, getting this to snap is going to be a pain in the arse. I mean, it'll probably be worth it. So 1, 2, 3. It's probably going to need 4 of these, and then 4 on the corners. That's going to be 16 bits of concrete. You know what? I reckon we'll actually have enough for it. So let's do that before we wrap up the episode here. Now here's a question: how well did I do this? Don't do this to me now. Snapped everywhere but the piece that I want it to snap to. It's doing it again. Alright, let's approach it from the other side. Perhaps we can do it from the other end. Why is it always the fence posts I have an issue with every fucking time? Right, here's the true question. Here's the true question. Okay, it would be the true question if it snapped correctly. Oh. Oh, I literally just had it. That's what I'm looking for. God, you can't make it easy for me, can you? Fallout, why'd you do this? Ah, it's so fucking close. Look at that. Look at that shit. Is are any of these overlapping? No, they're not. Oh, that one is. I can get away with that. You know what? That's good enough for me. That is perfectly well good enough for me. Who'd have known building fences is nerve-wracking? Seriously. Okay, now this is basically, well, it is a square. I say basically a square. It is a square. So this should match up no matter which way I build it. Oh, for God's sake, don't do this to me. Oh, fuck my life. Please. Please, Fallout. Just have mercy on my soul today. If not for the fact that I am slightly ill. Please, just have mercy. It's going to be an uphill battle today. I can fucking feel it. It's definitely an uphill battle. Will you do it if I rotate it? Actually, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to do the 100-point trick. It doesn't even do it when it's up in the air. Oh god, that is sad. Oh. For some reason, what I seem to gather from this is this post only snaps one way. Okay, maybe it doesn't, because that literally just worked first time. See what I mean though, guys? This is the bane of my life. If you ever get into building, just be wary of this. You need to have the patience of a saint in Fallout sometimes. Patience I don't always have, admittedly. I don't always have patience. It's doing it again. Rotate. There we go. You can't beat me. You cannot beat me. Because in the end I will triumph and you will be left in the dust. Don't know what that was, I just sound like an old man. I just had you. I literally just had you. Yes, fuck you. Fuck you, Fallout. And of course you don't fit. Well, fuck you, Fallout. Fuck you, dearly. Yeah, excellent. That's slightly overlapped, so... Yeah, that's slightly overlapped, so that's fine. Oh, hurrah. We got there in the end. God, I love fencing. Oh, yes. I feel like we could put in some really nice activity out here in the garden. So, I think we're going to do that next episode. Probably going to build whatever's going to be in this nook. So if you've got ideas for that, please remind me in the comments below. I know you guys put quite a few in an episode a few weeks back. But if you have any fresh ideas, please drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to pick up and have a look for you. But this is where I'm going to leave you. I've had enough snapping for today. Oh wow, this looks great. This genuinely looks great from up here. I think we're on to a winner. Also, if you want to know where my thumbnails come from, it's from here. So if I come back here, get a really nice view of this garden. I'm going to do something similar to what I had last episode, like that. I'm going to try and trim that out. And then I go TM to toggle menu. And then I take a screenshot. Type TM again. And now we're back to where we should be. That is literally how I get my thumbnails. Just pick something relevant, go for it. Right, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because if you don't hit the notification bell, you for some reason still don't know when I'm live or when I've uploaded. Speaking of live, I really should do a rebuild of the Commonwealth Commonwealth live soon. The last time we did one was at Jamaica Plains. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, names of Minutemen, ideas, names of settlers, all that good stuff. Drop it in the comments. And for now, I am going to head off, have a drink, relax. Maybe do some more building off camera. You never know. But until then, thank you very much for tuning in. See you later. We out. Peace and take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Stay safe.